Heather, thank you for that beautiful rendition. I think you'll be at the Super Bowl next year. Maybe not, okay. Members of the faculty, Board of Governors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Dr. Fletcher Lampkin, President of West Virginia University at Parkersburg, and on behalf of the College Board of Governors, faculty, staff, and students, I welcome you to this annual convocation. Let me now introduce the platform party for today's ceremony. To my right, on the far right, Mr. Joe Oliverio, member of the Board of Governors, Mr. Sam Winans, Chairman of the Board of Governors, Dr. Brian J. Anderson, our speaker today, and to my left, Mr. Austin Grimmett, the Student Government President, Dr. Chad Crumbaker, our Vice President of Academic Affairs, and Mr. Anthony Underwood, Vice President of Student Services. Now at this time, I want to present to you a major advocate for our college and your education, Chair of the WVU Parkersburg Board of Governors, Mr. Sam Winans.
It's great to stand up here and look out and see all of our future graduates. Tomorrow is the most important thing in life. Comes to us at midnight very clean. It's perfect when it arrives and puts itself in our hands. This is inscribed on the tombstone of an American hero. You are our tomorrow. You are investing in WVUP for your future, and we are doing the same with you. It is the job of the administration, faculty, and staff to educate each and every one of you to be productive members of society in whatever field you choose. We will provide you with the tools to further your betterment as you see fit. None of you are children anymore. You are young adults or older folks, or as we like to call you, non-traditional students. You have decided to invest in themselves for a better life. Make the decision to make your investment work for you. We will ask you to stretch yourself, to look beyond where you stand now, and create your life as a college student and a college graduate. You have made a sound decision to enter WVUP. You have weighed the financial and academic benefits and chose one of the finest schools in the state. This is pretty simple. Go to class, pay attention, turn in your homework. You've all been told this. We will ask more of you. We will ask you to give more of yourself. You'll get out of this journey what you put into it. Become active in this school. This isn't just about studies. It's joining other activities, choir, student government, and other campus organizations. Get involved. Stay involved. The Board of Governors, whom I represent, will work with the administration, faculty, and staff to assist you in any way possible for your continued success. The American hero whose gravestone had that initial quote is John Wayne. He personified this magnificent country for many decades around the world. He was America to so many people. He was America's tough guy. And I'll leave you with one more quote that is attributed to him. Life is tough. It's even tougher if you're stupid. Don't waste this tremendous opportunity of higher education. Enjoy the journey.
Thank you, Chairman Winans. As Vice President for Academic Affairs, well, I love that comment. I can't get over that. As Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Chad Crumbaker oversees all aspects of the academic program and performs a multitude of duties regarding our strategic planning and institutional accreditation. Please welcome Dr. Chad Crumbaker to the podium to bring greetings from the faculty.
Thank you, and good morning. I bring greetings and well wishes from the faculty. And let me say on behalf of all of us, we are glad you're here. The beginning of the academic is an exciting time for you and for us. Like the start of any journey, we're excited about all the possibility that this year and your academic path hold. All of us have been where you are right now, starting college and taking the first or next step toward your career. In fact, quite a few of us have been exactly where you are right now, in this very room, at our own convocation, many of us being the first in our family to attend college, some of us starting straight from high school, others after working for a few years, and some coming back to school to improve or completely change our careers. We also know what it's like to juggle school, work, personal lives, and family, and how hard it can be to remain focused on our goals. But it is important to us that you not give up on your goals. Because we've been exactly where you are right now, I think you'll find that we as faculty are very needy. We will want many things from you. We want you to come to class. We want you to ask questions. We want to know you by your name. We want you to be creative. We want you to try new things. We want you to dream. We want you to learn. We want you to turn assignments in on time. I really mean that. We want you to turn your assignments in on time. We want you to not give up. We want you to be career ready. We want you to graduate. We want you to be curious. We want you to become lifelong learners. We want you to have fun. We want you to be successful. We want you to remain focused on your goals. We want to help you achieve your goals. We want you to enjoy what you're doing, and we want you to know that you cannot fly solo to get your education, and that although it will take hard work to give us all those things I just said we will want from you, we are here for you, and we will guide you and assist you. But this is very important. In order for us and all the people in your lives to help you, we want you to know to not be afraid to ask for help. Speaking on behalf of all the faculty, we look forward to seeing each of you back in this room in the very near future so that we can help you celebrate your college graduation. Good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Crumbaker. The student government is a very active student leadership organization at our college. Austin Grimmett and other officers are responsible. It's my pleasure to present to you Mr. Austin Grimmett, Student Government President, who will bring greetings on behalf of West Virginia University at Parkersburg students. Austin? You can clap for him too, students.
Good morning, everyone. As I look around this room, I see people from all walks of life. And while the steps taken to get here today might have been different for each and every one of you, every person in this room shares at least one thing in common. You are taking your first steps in your journey to a better tomorrow and a brighter future. It seems like only yesterday that I was sitting where you are right now. As a new college student, I was both excited and nervous for what was to come. I would like to assure you, though, there is nothing to fear. This institution is filled by people who have dedicated their lives to educating students all over the world. They understand the journey that you are about to embark on better than anyone. They have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of knowledge. This school also has an amazing administration and staff. They are dedicated to erasing boundaries that would normally hinder knowledge progression, maintaining a safe environment for all our students, and the continual improvement of this institution and thus our communities. Be thankful and courteous to all our staff, faculty, and administration during your time here, because each one of them will go above and beyond to help you achieve success. Take advantage of the resources this institution provides you. Just down the hall next to the student lounge, you'll find the Student Success Center. There you will find students dedicated to tutoring their peers in every course and concept imaginable. We also have an array of clubs and organizations available for students to join and participate in. By being involved in extracurricular activities, you expand your knowledge, skills, and abilities to a much greater extent. If you are interested in joining or forming an organization or club, please see us in the SGA office, which is located in the student lounge. I look forward to meeting many of you soon and learning your stories that led you to where you are today. I know that lasting friendships will be made from within this group of determined individuals. In this room are the future leaders and prominent role models of tomorrow. I speak for all our students when I say this. We are very excited to have each of you joining us. Welcome to West Virginia University at Parkersburg. Thank you.
Well done, man. That was very nice. I particularly liked the part about being courteous and kind to the staff, faculty, and administration. Austin, you're a great leader on this campus, and I wish you well. I look forward to working with you in the coming year. Our distinguished speaker today is Dr. Brian J. Anderson. Dr. Anderson is the GE Plastics Materials Engineering Professor in Chemical Engineering at West Virginia University. He was awarded the 2012 Presidential Early Career Awards for Scientists and Engineers, the highest honor bestowed by the U.S. government on science and engineering professionals in the early stages of their independent research careers. He's been a faculty fellow at the National Energy Technology Laboratory since 2008, where he is coordinator of the International Methane Hydrate Reservoir Simulator Code Comparison Study. Did I get that right? Okay. Dr. Anderson received his bachelor's degree in chemical engineering in 2000 at WVU, his master's and PhD in chemical engineering from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 2004 and 2005, respectively. And when you look at those dates, anybody who completes a PhD from his bachelor's in 5 years at MIT has performed a near miracle. After joining the faculty at WVU in January 2006, he co-authored the MIT report, The Future of Geothermal Energy, Impact of Enhanced Geothermal Systems, EGS, on the United States in the 21st Century, considered the seminal report on EGS and the future of geothermal energy. He was awarded the College of Engineering and Mineral Resources New Researcher of the Year in 2007. And in 2010, Dr. Anderson was selected to the National Academy of Sciences 2010 Frontiers of Engineering Education Workshop, named the College of Engineering and Mineral Resources Teacher of the Year, and was the opening keynote speaker at the inaugural 2010 Gordon Research Conference on Gas Hydrates. In 2011, he was awarded a Secretary Honor Achievement Award from the Secretary of the Department of Energy for his role on the Flow Rate Technical Group, a team spanning multiple national laboratories that worked in response to the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. He serves on the Technical Advisory Board of Alta Rock Energy and is a member of the Department of Energy Geothermal Strategic Planning and Analysis Working Group. In the summer of 2011, along with colleagues from Stanford, MIT, Cornell, University of Utah, Southern Methodist University, and the University of Nevada, he co-founded the National Geothermal Academy. His research interests include molecular, reservoir, and multi-scale modeling applied to energy and biomedical systems. Other than that, Brian really hadn't done much with his life. Please join me in a warm West Virginia welcome to our guest speaker, Dr. Brian J. Anderson.
Well, thank you, Dr. Lampkin, and I think he ate up most of my speaking time by reading my bio. But I'll keep it short. I was asked, I'm a university professor. I'm used to teaching in 50-minute increments, but I promise I will keep it considerably under the 50 minutes today. And first of all, I welcome to WVU Parkersburg, and good luck on your future career that you're embarking upon today. It's really exciting, and you've taken a great first step in coming here to continue your education to create the future for yourself. And so what I want to talk about today, I was asked to talk a little bit about myself, to be inspirational. I don't know how to do that other than to try to inspire you, and to chart for you what is the future that you are moving into. And I think that the future is exciting and maybe in contrary to many of the things you're hearing. So there are 4 takeaways that I would like to impress upon you, and then I'll go through a little bit of the story. And it's all about what you should try to learn. And you should first learn how to learn. And that is something that may come natural to many of you, but to those of us who have never had to try to learn how to learn, that is something that will benefit you for the rest of your life. The second is to learn how to communicate. And that's not to speak, that's not how to just be verbose, but that is how to listen and to try to, again, learn how to learn. The third is to learn how to be adaptable. And we are in West Virginia in a time of adaptation and a time of change. I know many of you are from West Virginia, some from Ohio, and this is a time that is not the past in West Virginia, but there is a future that is changing, and you'll be a part of that. And so with these three I'll come back to, but to give you a little bit of a story to thread through. First is how to learn how to learn. So when my father was a young child growing up in the coal camps of Montgomery, West Virginia, actually on the wrong side of the river from Montgomery in Carbondale, West Virginia, at the mouth of Carbondale number 9, he didn't see much of a future. And my grandfather, who passed away a couple of years ago from black lung as a coal miner, was not impressing on my father the desire to learn how to learn. And so as my dad grew up in the coal camps and a very hard life, he realized that he needed a future that was better for himself. And many of you have gone through that decision. Many of you here in this room are first generation college students, as my father was. So in the 1960s, he was working as a mechanic in a garage in nights while going to school during the day, and knew that he wanted something better for himself. So as he's working on his 1966 Cyclone Comet with a 4-barrel carburetor that was really renowned across the state of West Virginia for his ability to drag race, he knew that he was working toward a different future. And that future was to, upon graduating from high school in 1970 from Spencer High School in Roane County, he sold that car, that beloved 1966 Cyclone Comet that's in car shows today, to come here to Parkersburg Community College, as it was then known, to start his career and to start the pathway of what was becoming my family into the future, because he knew that there was something more out there that he needed to try to learn. The pathway from Parkersburg Community College in 1970 for my father to WVU in 1971, to then having my sister, getting married and having my sister in 1974 while taking time off and going back to school from 75 and 76 to get a degree from Glenville was not an easy path, but it was a path well worth taking. And so in his career, he got a degree in elementary education and mathematics, and never worked in that field in his life because he never stopped learning. And so to this day, he is an inspiration to me in how to learn new traits and learn every day of his life and create a better future. The second is to learn how to communicate. And in order to learn how to communicate, certainly you need to know how to speak, but more importantly, how to listen. That'll help you learn, that'll help you make friends, but also as you move forward in your career, it will serve you like you could not imagine. So as a graduate student at MIT, as part of the master's degree that the president mentioned, I was on a work assignment in a couple of companies. They're the two largest companies, privately owned companies in the U.S., one named M&M Mars and another Cargill. And if you've ever had a Snickers bar in the last 10 years, it's had my imprint because we were redesigning the chocolate of that Snickers bar while I was there. But one important trait that I learned as an intern there at M&M Mars was that communication, quite frankly, is more important than all of the technical matter that you learn in the classes. When a group of us showed up from MIT, a bunch of nerds with pocket protectors, and I am joking about that, we showed up to these facilities, and the most important thing that we needed to get from them was information about the processes and the challenges and the obstacles that they were having in producing Snickers bars. And so those of us who showed up straight from thermodynamics class and transport phenomena and reaction engineering as grad students at MIT, we knew nothing about chocolate. But in 2 years, we learned everything there was to know about chocolate because we listened and talked and learned how to communicate with the people who were actually doing that. And so leaving there, it was one of the best experiences in my life is that we needed to learn from those who knew how to do it. And the third that I mentioned is learn how to adapt. And right now, in the state of West Virginia, we're in the middle of a dramatic change and adaptation. I work in energy, and what President Lampkin didn't mention is I have now almost walked away from chemical engineering, and I'm directing the WVU Energy Institute at WVU, and we're working with the states of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio to chart a new future for manufacturing and energy. Because if we look back over the last couple hundred years in West Virginia, we were wholly reliant on producing coal. And over the last 8 years, the coal production in West Virginia has declined from over 150 million tons to 85 million tons last year. And so this change has brought upon a crisis in the state of West Virginia. And so what we're doing now is trying to chart a new future and be very adaptable in how we move forward. And so in my own career, I had to adapt the direction we were going. In 2013, I was approached by a university in Switzerland called ETH. It's the Swiss Federal Technical Institute. And it's the place where Albert Einstein did his PhD and ended up teaching. And they approached me to lead the Swiss geothermal program in Switzerland. And it was an offer like you couldn't believe. In Switzerland, they have 3 faucets. There's hot water, there's cold water, and then there's the faucet where money rolls out. And so it was truly an opportunity of a lifetime. And I visited Switzerland, and Zurich is a wonderful place, and the mountains are beautiful. And I'm a mountains guy. I can't help but being a mountains guy, being born in Jackson County, West Virginia, and growing up in Roane County and being a West Virginian through and through. And so it was something that was really going to pull me into Europe. And it was the hardest decision in my life. But when I come back and I look in the state of West Virginia and a time of change and adaptation, it was a point in my life that I needed to adapt what I was doing. And so instead of going off to Switzerland, I worked with now President Gordon Gee at WVU and others at the university to launch the Energy Institute because we needed to help the state of West Virginia adapt and create a future for you so that when you're done, there are opportunities galore, which there should be in West Virginia. And so it's these 3 things, learning how to learn and always being a student. And I'm still a student today. There are many things that I learn on a daily basis, and to let you know behind the curtain, the biggest thing I'm trying to learn how to do today is to delegate. But I see some nods of heads, lots of nods of heads. And so I'm a constant student in learning and adapting and learning how to communicate. But there is one 4th point that I really, really want to stress upon you. And that is to learn what you love. And if you can learn what you love, and this is not just in the career pathway, but it is also in your daily life. What I learned in the experience in going to Switzerland was that I learned that I loved West Virginia, and I wanted to make a difference in West Virginia. Excuse me. I got strep throat over the weekend. I have a 1-year-old at home. It brings everything back. But what I learned was that I wanted to make a difference. The pathway I was going on was in academia and doing research, and that was a wonderful pathway, and it was going to lead me to great success. And at ETH, you can't help it in Switzerland. But what I wanted to do was to make a difference in the state of West Virginia. So I stayed and learned what I love. So when you can learn what you love in your career, then what you do every day is fun. And I'm having a blast today in trying to do everything we can to create manufacturing opportunities and energy opportunities in the state. But also, it is important to enjoy your life and enrich it. And so, backing up to my sophomore year in high school in Ripley, West Virginia, I learned that I love to sing. And so that is something that I would never give up. And so I really, our Star Spangled Banner singer today did a wonderful job and has a terrific voice. And when you learn what you love and you can carry that through your life, whether it's singing or sports, whether it's extracurricular activities, whatever activities you get in, as long as you love it, then life will be much more enriched. And the ability to sing and the love of singing has been able to affect my career, and you never know what pathways this will help. So as a graduate student at MIT, I started singing with the Boston Symphony across the river, riding my bike over to Symphony Hall and singing with the symphony. And that gave me tremendous opportunities to sing with folks like Vince Gill and Amy Grant, and I'm on a couple movie soundtracks, Mystic River and Silver City. But standing in front of a group of freshmen 3 years ago at WVU in chemical engineering, my faculty colleague asked me when it came to communicating to the students, what's the largest group that I've ever been in front of? And the answer to that is 200,000 in person and 2 million on TV when I was on stage with David Lee Roth on the 4th of July with the Boston Symphony. And so it is those opportunities of finding what you love both. Anybody, do you guys know who David Lee Roth is? I know this group does. I just realized that. I think the answer might actually be no. But anyway, the opportunities of following what you love, both in your career and in your personal life, can help enrich your life and help you achieve what you want to. So, in closing, and I'm keeping this around 10 minutes. In closing, I first want to applaud you on the step that you're taking and wish you the best of luck. You know all the things about hard work and turning in your assignments on time, but I do want to impress upon you that if you can follow your dreams by learning what you love, if you can constantly be a student, not just in the classroom, but in your daily life, and truly learn how to learn, and finally learn how to communicate and learn to be adaptable, you never know where this life is going to take you. And so I think the future is actually bright in West Virginia. We have opportunities that are coming for us in the energy space. You know that the Marcellus Shale and Utica Shale has created a boom in the natural gas and oil industry. There are many of us that are working hard on a daily basis to be able to take that and turn it into manufacturing jobs in the region and create a future for West Virginia that is bright for you. And so if I were to come back here in 3 or 4 years or 2 years for some of you and address you, I would hope to bring a report of all the jobs that we've been able to create. But as you embark on this journey, as you enter the classes, work hard, learn to communicate, learn to be adaptable, and learn what you love. So thank you very much for this opportunity, President, and thank you all.
Thank you for your comments and words of wisdom, Dr. Anderson. Maybe we will bring you back and you can do a duet with Heather on the national anthem. Might as well put you in front of a really scary audience, which is this group of students. You've been very courteous and attentive so far. Now you're going to have to listen to me for a couple of minutes. I have a message for you, one that I think dovetails with what Brian talked to you about very closely. It's about setting goals, about setting aspirations for yourself. And obviously, Dr. Anderson is someone who set high goals and aspirations and is fulfilling his dreams. The faculty and staff at West Virginia University at Parkersburg who are joining you in this conversation is squarely committed to your success. But are you equally committed? Do you have a dream with what you want to do with your life? Have you established goals that you need to accomplish to fulfill your dream? Futurist, authorist, and filmmaker Joel A. Barker stated these wise words: "Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. Vision with action can change the world." A highly renowned, highly successful entrepreneur, Mr. Barker has set his sights at the highest level and challenged himself to be the best. He has fulfilled his dreams through a combination of dedicated hard work and a clear vision of what he wants to aspire to. Your lesson from him is, don't be confused about your future. Dream big and set lofty goals. Here at WVU Parkersburg, we will help you build your dreams, establish your goals, and help provide the opportunity to develop the skills, knowledge, and the character that will help you fulfill the bright promise of your life. Because of WVU Parkersburg's proximity and familiarity to you, many of you may be under the misguided impression that coming here is just an extension of high school. Nothing could be farther from the truth. This is not high school. In high school, everyone had to attend. Just about everyone got pushed along until suddenly it was over. College sets you apart. A typical college graduate earns twice as much more income in a lifetime and enjoys a much more secure future for him or her and the family than does a high school graduate. Here, you will experience outstanding professors who will help you extend your knowledge and skill such that you will become a much more valuable member of the workforce. You will not only develop skills and knowledge in your chosen field of study, but you will also develop important general knowledge and capabilities such as critical thinking and communication skills. You will also improve upon your ability to be productive in the workplace and to adapt to a changing world. There is a huge difference in opportunities and lifestyle between a typical college graduate and a typical high school graduate. More than 2/3 of available jobs demand a college-level degree or certificate, and that trend will only increase in the future. Completing your degree or certificate will start you on the road to achieving your full potential. Completing your college education gives you freedom, power, and opportunity. It enables you to build a future for yourself and for your family, and to realize your dreams. So as you begin your journey here at WVU Parkersburg, dream big, think big, and commit to successfully completing your educational program. Think only of success, and don't let anything or anyone stand in your way. Study diligently and take advantage of all the assistance that is provided to you right here at this college. If you're falling behind academically, get help right away. Take advantage of our tutorial support. It's free and it works. Ask for help from your family or our student services people or our faculty when you are faced with tough challenges. Do not accept mediocrity or make excuses when things don't go your way. You're on the threshold of the opportunity of a lifetime, and you may never have this opportunity again. So seize the day and make your lives something special. And now, please remain and stand for the recessional. You are invited to reception in the back of the Activity Center, where you may enjoy refreshments, take advantage of the photo op, and meet with and mingle with staff and faculty and students. Please stand.